Well, it is of no surprise that Velma series on HBO Max is getting received poorly by audiences, being at an 18% score, whereas we can see the critics side of things being at 60%. And we know that most of these critics enjoy having all these woke identity politics in these shows because they get an absolute kick out of it and love that shit. But before we get into some of the audience score reviews, we cannot forget that yesterday, Velma released a new trailer and they shut off comments because of the backlash that they were facing. Just shows you time and time again that these people cannot handle backlash or criticism, and they have to either block people, in this case, either turn off the comment sections or completely vanish off the internet by deleting their accounts. And we can see over here that this is the dislike ratio to like ratio is like a 96+% difference. Just showing you the amount of backlash and that people are absolutely hating this show because of what it has done to these beloved characters and this beloved franchise. For God's sake, we don't even have Scooby-Doo in this IP that relates to Scooby-Doo. Still having major characters such as Fred right here being the cocky one, being a jerk. Then you have Velma, Daphne, and then Shaggy's nowhere to be seen. Shaggy just swapped races and now is a whole completely different person that goes by the name of Norville. I have no clue what the showrunners were thinking of this show, but it's going to cost them a pretty penny, and I hope that we don't get a season 2, that's for sure. Now let's hop over into some of the reviews, and most of these are absolutely the same thing. It's either boring, the woke identity politics is obviously shown throughout the film, and blah blah blah, but we'll go ahead and read a few right here. First reviewer, it feels like I'm watching a boring 3-hour movie. Bad jokes and the characters are unbearable. They ruin them all. It is not worth suffering watching more than 2 episodes. I wouldn't even be watching 1 episode of this. Everyone knows that this was going to be terrible. Why would you even waste your time watching a single episode? When you have freaking Velma changing colors from being white to black, even though she's the same character as the original Scooby-Doo cast. After 2 episodes, I can't point out a glaring difference between this and its predecessor. Scooby-Doo, I like to get high and watch. Velma, I like to get high and laugh at Mindy Kaling's stupidity. In all seriousness, I'm not finishing this show. What an astounding failure. And here we have this guy pretty much saying, again, nothing to do with Scooby-Doo. And that is what made the Scooby-Doo franchise beloved. It was him and Shaggy and their relationship. An outdated show with painfully unfunny humor. This isn't an outdated show. This is modern television because of all this stupid messaging and woke politics that is being involved in these series and movies. Another one. Just watch the first 2 episodes and that's valuable time that I can't get back. This is awful. Terrible writing, incredible unfunny toilet humor, unlikable, overly stereotypical dumb characters, and just plain boring. Also, there's a point where a show being self-aware becomes intolerable, and that was in the first 3 minutes of this show. This feels like it was written by octogenarians trying to figure out what the kids these days like and how they act by trying to use current slang. Not worth your time. You see, kids these days don't want this crap. They are trying to change the minds of these kids so they can start changing the way they think and ultimately accept all these messagings. That's the point of these shows. This is targeted, again, towards the more minority of the population to please them, not towards the majority. And we're going to continue seeing Warner Bros. In this case continue to lose money, even though that company is already into debt that is unimaginable. And they had to cut several movies and shows throughout this entire year because of how much debt they have. And then you also have, on top of that, all of the DC drama with them not having to do reshoots because of budget constraints. Another good thing is that if you just look at the ratings, there's only 10 critic ratings and so far 60 user ratings by this time. It's just showing you that no one is wanting to watch this. And that is a good sign. Anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. If you guys please enjoy, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.